can build a container, they can start building a container and just start holding the water.
So we can reuse the water.
Yeah, so we won't be wasting any water either.
21st century learning at Weslaco Independent School District is about to go into historic proportions in 2016. There is a chance a group of students from Weslaco High and Weslaco East will head on a trip to Arecibo, Puerto Rico, which is home to the Arecibo Observatory, the largest satellite dish in the world. The mission is to design a robot to clean the dish, which is measured over 1,000 feet in diameter, built in the early 1960s. The robot will depart the valley in April, and if things work out, the students will be there to join them.
Try to find a 2x4.
Spearheading the experiment is project manager Heriberto Reynoso, a former NASA engineer and former lead robotic instructor at the University of Texas at Brownsville.
For January 2015, I was at Arecibo, Puerto Rico, and because I have friends that work there, and they had mentioned, hey, you build robots, why don't you design something to clean the dish? We'll pay for the hardware. And I said, okay, that works. And in talking with folks at Weslaco, we kind of came to a realization that it'd be nice that if we can involve interns in the process. And that's kind of how this whole project came about.
The satellite dish has been part of some of the most important scientific discoveries. Less than a year after it opened its doors, the Arecibo Observatory helped to determine that the rotation of Mercury, the planet closest to the Sun, was 59 days and not 88 like originally thought. In 1974, the radio telescope was also used from the Arecibo message in an attempt to reach potential extraterrestrial life using stick figures, numbers, chemical formulas, and a crude image of the telescope. 15 years later, the observatory helped detect a direct image of an asteroid for the first time ever. Through all the historical moments, it is said that the satellite dish has never been cleaned since it opened in November of 1963. Through the years, the aluminum panels have received much wear and tear from debris, mold, and algae, which comes with the territory of it based in a tropical area.
And our job is to clean these panels. So they sent us the dirtiest they have on site, and they're now in our possession, and we're going to be coming up with solutions to clean them. And it's really it's really a large pressure washer system mounted on a automated system, namely a robot.
16 migrant students were chosen for this operation. All are sophomores, juniors, and seniors from Weslaco ISD.
It's like antennas, because there's little antennas all around the dish, so we have to be careful going around in the middle. And then another problem is the angle.
The students meet up to 3 times a week during school hours and are receiving high school credit in addition to serving on an internship basis, which will help with their resumes and college applications.
Put a robot in the box, and at certain hours they just program it, and then it comes out.
And it releases when it's not.
So to have the opportunity to create a robot to clean this, and then to actually go out and do it is phenomenal, because this is an opportunity that even university students don't have. We've been very, very lucky, very blessed as a district to be able to offer this to our students.
What we need to keep in mind is that the whole world uses this satellite to maintain contact with space. Okay, there's even been attempts to communicate with any extraterrestrial beings that might be out there. I mean, we don't know. Okay, and they have never been able to clean this satellite because they don't have the technology to do that. So lo and behold, college students have attempted it. There's other people that have attempted it. Nobody's been successful. So lo and behold, now all of a sudden we have an opportunity to have our own kids, our own migrant kids, okay, that are working on a robot that can go out there and clean this satellite. It's a huge satellite. And these kids are having this opportunity. I mean, who would think? These are kids, they're migrant kids. They work out in the fields. But now all of a sudden, they're going to be working, or they are currently working, on a robot that is going to do something that others have not been able to do. Think about how phenomenal that is. I mean, it's a total perfect fit for a 21st century.
Hard labor isn't anything new for these students.
Adapter.
In this case, the brain gets the most work out.
It's an adapter to be able to attach a Lego part.
That's why the district created a career technology practicum and STEM course to teach these young students the fundamentals of engineering, from electronics, formulas, and designing, to build up their knowledge on all of these components and learn the reasoning behind it all.
From not having any prior experience or knowledge of them, just like any student coming straight into to teach or to learn something new, we went ahead and said, okay, let's start off with something basic, some kind of 3D drawings, sketches, see how their mind can piece together things.
Eventually, the students were able to grasp the material, gain confidence, and move on to bigger stages of the course. In some form or fashion, these students worked on high-level critical thinking using geometry, trigonometry, and calculus for problem solving.
This is basically like a little rover. It's powered by the voltage battery. This is a breadboard.
Understandably, at first some of the students were a little intimidated by the language of engineering and the powered machinery.
Coming into this class, I was scared and didn't know much. Engineering was new to me. We learned fun little things to work on. How to light pose the light, how it shines at night. We can make that. It's really fascinating on things what you can do with small engineering parts.
It's been a good effort and a very well-learned experience for them to take all these little bits and pieces that are going to make up whatever they want to design the next semester, which is now starting in this, which is January. So for the next couple of months, they will transition into working with a mentor out of Mercedes, and he's gonna guide them the rest of the way to now start building it. So right now, it was just the basic knowledge of how to get there, how to design, how to come up with the reasoning behind what you're doing.
We're gonna make bottom assemblies, make sure that the legs don't push forward.
And that mentor is Reynoso, who is a well-respected robotic enthusiast with plenty of engineering experience.
Yeah.
He owns and runs Robotics in Mercedes, a warehouse located a block from the expressway, where the students have begun the most crucial part of the mission.
Oh, yes, this is without the water inside.
I know, that's without it.
As the second semester started,
I should drop 1.8 pounds.
the class began their first experiment in figuring out the inclines to know the exact measurement in cutting out wood. It's only the first step in what will be an intense few months before the robot heads to Puerto Rico.
25.4.
By the time Reynoso and the students are done, a robot weighing 300 pounds using lead-acid batteries seen in vehicles will be built from scratch.
So 300 minus 19.6.
They intend to communicate with the robot using Wi-Fi technology.
Yeah, that would be the 300 pounds.
The class will also practice cleaning the panels with the robot by working on 2 large dirty panels from the actual satellite, which were shipped from Puerto Rico.
We'll be also locating the robot with high precision, which will also help the engineers at Arecibo Observatory determine exactly if there's any aberrations or differences in the spherical dish. So this is quite useful in that we're not just helping clean a 35-year-old problem, the largest single dish antenna on Earth, but rather also helping them with positional data in 3 dimensions.
As the district continues to empower 21st century learning, so will the excitement and eagerness of Weslaco students.
So 42.
This experiment and potential trip is the latest example of Weslaco ISD willing to raise the bar for the best possible education to students.
It being a once-in-a-lifetime thing, yes. I think everything just lined up correctly, that we were able to find a person who was able to help us with our vision in the district, and we are very lucky to have a superintendent who is a visionary and looks to 21st century learning.
You know, we talk about the soft skills, the skills that they need to be 21st century learners. Communication, problem solving, critical thinking, adaptability. These are the exact same skills that they are developing right now. And when they're successful, I'm not going to say if, I'm going to say when they are successful and they build this robot that's going to actually clean this satellite, think about the benefit to the world. Because right now, some of this data that's being received is compromised because of the debris. Okay, it compromises the data, so the scientists have to be very careful. And as I said, the whole world uses this satellite to communicate, in space. So think about it. Migrant kids are going to go out there and solve a real world problem that is going to benefit the entire world. Right from Weslaco High School, right from Weslaco Independent School District. They're going to go out and do this, and they're going to impact the world. It's truly phenomenal. So talk about 21st century. We have those kids here in our school system.
It's going to be something different. My mom's excited. She's like, I never got to do any of this when I was a kid. And my dad too, he's like, this is something we never got to do when we were younger.
Keep it here on KWES Television for further updates on this story. For KWES TV, I'm Mike Gonzalez.